YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown.
Fans, this is TheSkullKlown here for the final episode of Season 10. Here to review the Dark Knight Trilogy. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, the Dark Knight Trilogy. How can you say about it? It's one of the best trilogies if you ever say it. Yeah, I mean, most people might debate. Fine. But I enjoy it. Most people don't like the first. People said alright for the first one. Love the second one. And for the third one, people were like, it sucks. Other people were like, it was alright. Other people enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I still like this whole trilogy, even though it has flaws, except for the second one. The second one can't have flaws. It can't. Okay, maybe. Yes, it does have flaws, but that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's not a perfect movie, but that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. You know? So, Batman Begins. Let's get started on that one. And let me just take this out. This is actually cool. So, I mean, look at that. You have the Dark Knight. Literally, I like it. To me, before I get this started, to me, they should have named the Dark Knight Trilogy. They just should have named this. This is what I did. Batman Begins should have just been called The Dark Knight. Or The Dark Knight Begins. You know, or just The Dark Knight. And then, you know, and then The Dark Knight should have just been The Dark Knight Falls. Because it's true. Batman falls in The Dark Knight. You know? And then The Dark Knight Rises, that makes sense because The Dark Knight Rises again. So, Dark Knight Begins, Dark Knight Falls, and Dark Knight Rises. That's how I would have done it. That's how I would have released the movies, but no, he did something different. That's just my opinion. But at least I added there just to be like, hey, we're watching The Dark Knight. You mean Batman Begins? No, The Dark Knight. So anyways, so let's get started. I am going to say Batman Begins, so you guys won't be confused. So Batman Begins basically starts out with Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed. Not right away, but eventually. It shows Bruce Wayne as a kid. He falls. Why do we fall, Bruce? Because we learn to pick ourselves up. Then you see his parents dead. He grows up. And he tries to be bad, you know, in Gotham. And everyone's just like, don't come here just because, what, you have money and your daddy? No, don't come here, alright? Your power has no... We're not even scared of you. So basically, it's like Bruce has to do something to be scared. You know, he can't be Bruce Wayne to scare everybody. So what does he do? He leaves Gotham for like what, a year, a few years. He leaves Gotham, trains with Ra's al Ghul, and comes back and becomes the Dark Knight, Batman. It is amazing. And don't get me wrong, I love the villains in this movie. Two are the biggest villains. Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow. Hands down, my favorite characters of all time. But Ra's al Ghul, to me, should not have been the main villain in this movie. To me, it should have just been Scarecrow. And the reason the reason for that is because I love the Scarecrow character. I would love to see Scarecrow inject Batman with his venom, and then there's a big giant Scarecrow, you know, intimidating Batman. Like the Dark Knight game. Basically, the Dark Knight Asylum game. It's just a game, just great. You know, I would have loved to see that on the big screen. And yet, it didn't happen. Yeah, I know I didn't watch Batman Begins on the big screen, but at least I would have still loved it to see it on a small screen. But yet, we didn't see it. And yet, we get Scarecrow, full of his attire at the end of the movie. And what does happen? Gets tased in the face, and that's it. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, seriously, what the fuck? That's stupid. Tase. Psh, ah! Gone. Gone. One of my favorite characters. Just tased, just like that. Gone. And yet you have Ra's al Ghul here. Don't get me wrong, I like the character Ra's al Ghul. But in this movie, in this trilogy, I don't like him at all. At all. Why? Because he trained with... Yeah, he trained Bruce Wayne. Wow, he's like the biggest villain ever. Let's put him there. I mean, he is, but to me, he didn't felt like he was the big villain. Yes, we had scenes of him training Bruce Wayne, and it's like, oh, you know, your parents' death was not your fault, it was your father's. And then Bruce is like, what? It's just... That stuff I like, I do. But then when it comes to him going to the mansion and burning that mansion and all that, I've seen it before. I didn't care for it, to be honest. And I do like the part when Alfred is like, what's the point of you freaking lifting weights if you can't fucking, if you bloody can't fucking picked up a fucking a wood. It's hilarious. Alfred, the guy that plays Alfred, great. The guy that plays Bruce Wayne, I have no problems with it except for this. Something wrong with your throat, man? Where is he? I don't know, I enjoy it. That is always gonna be hilarious to me. Even the Dark Knight. It's just like, what the fuck? Look over the boy, Harv. It's like, why are you talking like that? There's a kid being... You are crazy. How about that? Batman, Bruce Wayne, you are crazy. You love getting beat up, and somehow this voice. This fucking voice. But, yeah, Glasgow does die in the movie. He's like, I don't have to kill you, but I don't have to save you. I like that part, I do. Glasgow dies, and everything's alright in Gotham for now, until, you know, Commissioner Gordon gets Batman's symbol, and Batman is like, nice. And, and then Commissioner Gordon just gives him a calling card, basically from the Joker. And then he's like, I'll look into it. And that's how Batman Begins end. I don't want to spoil it too much, mainly because it's been talked about for many years. And while I want to talk about a lot of it, if you guys can just watch it for yourself, and if you have watched it, then you really don't really need to hear me talk about the whole thing, you know? So, again, that's my thoughts for Batman Begins. It's alright. It's not terrible. But some of the scenes, like, some of the fighting scenes were too close. Like, it was just like this, instead of just like this, you know? Too close, in my opinion. It's like, no, can you, like, back away a little bit? No, Lynn, come on, back away a little bit. My dog is there, but just back away a little bit, because it's just not good. So, I didn't like that part. It's just, but I still enjoy Batman Begins. So without further ado, let's get started with The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight starts with Joker's crew. It's like they talk about the Joker, you know why he wears makeup, right? Like war paint, you know? And it's like, you see all these guys, the Joker's henchmen, dressing up and everything, and it's like, you know why they call him the Joker, this and that. It's like, oh, you know, obviously, he paid us to do this, but obviously, he's not doing this himself, you know? So, which is stupid, and they talking about him while he's in the car. That is fucking awesome. That is epic. I love that. I actually love that. Great opening to the second movie of Batman. Awesome. Good job, Christopher Nolan. And after that, you know, they go to the bank, and it's like, you know who you're stealing from? You and your friends are dead. He's down, right? And Joker's counting. He's like, yeah, I think he's down. Obviously, he count the bullets, and it's like, pa pa pa. You know, where'd you learn to count? And it's like, it's cool, because I like this Joker, I really do. Most people have a theory that Joker was a war veteran. Makes sense. It makes sense. He counts the bullets, he's psychotic, he tells stories that don't make sense, and yet they do, but he tells multiple stories. It's just crazy, it's just remarkable. Beautiful. Then we get Heath Ledger. It shows Heath Ledger as the Joker, and obviously people talk shit about him before they saw him. And then we saw the trailer. They were like, to be honest, I was just happy that we were going to get a Joker. I didn't care who was going to play it. I didn't know if the guy was going to be good, but I was just happy that we were going to get a Joker. I didn't know who Heath Ledger was, but I did see his face around, you know, in movies. So, and it's sad that he did die. You know, if he didn't die after this movie came out, he would have been in The Dark Knight Rises. He would have been on there. No doubt about it, guys. No doubt about it. I guarantee you, he probably would, because the hype and what Heath Ledger did with the Joker was just amazing. So it's just like, of course, bring him back for a second time. Common sense. He might not be in the he might not be in the third one a lot, but at least he'd be there as a cameo. That'd be nice. But that didn't happen, obviously, because Heath Ledger died. But Heath Ledger steals this performance, and he is the reason why you should watch this movie. Everyone else in this movie does a tremendous job, obviously. Joker kills everything. This is chaos between chaos, and Batman is like, I know what I have to do to stop people like him. And it's like the scene when Batman and Joker talk, oh my god. It's amazing. Beautiful. Hands down. One of my favorite, it's everyone's favorite scene in the whole movie. In the whole movie. It is beautiful from beginning to end. Beautiful. Batman just trying to be like, where is he? It's like Joker's trying to play with his head, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Really, where is he? Where is he? Punches him, and Joker laughs. It's like, there's nothing you can do to me, you know? There's nothing we can do with all your strength. Even if you kill me, it doesn't even matter. Don't worry. I'll tell you where they are. Both of them. And that's the point. You need to play by the rules, basically. And it's like, oh, this Joker likes to play games, but at the same time, he's like, some people don't like that the Joker is invincible in this one. Other people do. Me, how do I feel about it? I do like that Joker is invincible. Like, he's just this stoppable force that can't be stopped. Chaos, that's what he is, chaos. Perfect. But a lot of people say that he needs to be stopped. Okay, yeah, like, he's not... Most people looked at this movie saying that Joker is, like, all of a sudden he's like, oh, he planned things left and right. Like, he was planning to get caught. The Joker from Mark Hamill, he would have got caught, yes, but he would never planned it, you know? Like, he would have got caught, but he would have planned him getting caught, yes, but he would have been planning of having a way out a few months later or a few weeks later, or not days or 2 days later, or literally the same day after. Or, you know, it doesn't make sense. I agree with you. Yeah, I do agree. Joker should not be, you know, invincible. Even though, I'm not saying, you know, shooting-wise, like if you kill him, he probably will come back. He will really never die. So that's fine. I don't care about that. I mean that he's so invincible that no one can catch him. That is kind of a problem, but I can see why Christopher Nolan did it. I actually do enjoy it, but can I see why people don't enjoy it? Yes. I have mixed emotions about it. I like it, but I hate it at the same time. But do I like it more? I do like it more than I mostly hate it, because it's like, he's invincible. Yes! The only one that can take him out is Batman, and that's it. In the final scene, I love it. I love, not the final scene, but the final scene with the Joker and Batman clashing. It's like epic. I wish it lasted longer, and I wish that was the ending for the movie. Except for having Harvey Dent in the end. Don't get me wrong, you did 3 villains. You brought Scarecrow back, even though he was there for like the beginning of the movie. What the fuck? And then you brought Two-Face, you know, Harvey Dent, which is one of my favorite characters of all time. I'm glad you put him in this movie. But I'm disappointed that you made him last for the movie. It was so hyped with the Joker and everything, and yet you ended off with the movie last. You closed it with Harvey Dent. You should have closed it with the Joker. You know? It's like, oh, you stopped Harvey, now you gotta go after the Joker. It would make sense, in my opinion, with that, instead of stopping the Joker first and then going to Harvey. Doesn't really make sense to me. You know, you're gonna go after the guy that turned him into that first, instead of going after the guy that's already crazy first, and then go after the guy that made him crazy after that. I don't know, that's just me. I would have done that first. Go after my best friend, and help my best friend, and then go after the serial killer that fucking turned my best friend into a serial killer. That makes sense. Instead of saying, oh, I'm going to go after the serial killer first because of my friend, now go after my friend. Sorry. To me, that does not make sense to me. Maybe it does to some people. Maybe they like it. That's fine. I don't. It's bullshit. What the fuck? No. Have Joker last. I'm sorry. You can have him. If you're gonna have Joker and Two-Face right there with Batman, them fighting, that will be fine. I would have never minded it. But you have it in two separate scenes. Batman does this, then leaves. Does that. No. If you wanted to have these, if you wanted to do that, at least bring them together and have a final clash. You know, Two-Face falls and Joker laughs and everything. You know, and then Batman saves him. He could have saved Two-Face. Perfect. And then Joker goes like, "Oh, you just couldn't do it, could you? You know, you could have killed me, but I mean, Harvey Dent didn't die. He just fell, basically. You know." So it wasn't Batman's fault, technically. He didn't. They both fell. So he broke his neck. So I didn't really like how Harvey Dent died. I guess they wanted to be realistic, like a person couldn't live with a fucked up face like that. Fine, but really. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you did that, but yet you could have done something realistic with the gas that Scarecrow used in Batman Begins, you know? It's like, oh yeah, he used it, but you never know, some people are feeling the effects of it in The Dark Knight. Never been really mentioned or talked about, it's just there. You know? So, it's just there in the air, so I enjoy The Dark Knight. It is a good second movie to Batman Begins. Heath Ledger does an amazing performance as the Joker, hands down. Is it the best Joker ever? No. Is it one of the best Jokers ever? Yes. Most people be like, oh, Heath Ledger, nothing but Heath Ledger. No. If you're going to talk shit about Mark Hamill is great as Joker. If you're going to talk about these other people that did awesome as the Joker, and you're like, no, fuck them, Heath Ledger is the Joker, that's in that, go fuck yourself, to be honest, because that is ridiculous. There will be plenty of Jokers. I'm sure Jay Leto is going to play an awesome Joker in freaking Suicide Squad. Can't wait for that movie. Looks great, looks awesome. People talk shit about him too. You know, again with almost like Heath Ledger. And now that's not going to happen. And now that's not happening because people like it. And once people see the movie, we will really know if we really like it or not. So I can't wait for Suicide Squad. I can't wait for the new Joker. And The Dark Knight is a good movie. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10, in my opinion. Or if not, then 9 out of 10. It doesn't deserve 8 out of 10. It deserves 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. That's all this movie deserves. Batman Begins, it deserves an 8 out of 10. It does. That movie does deserve an 8 out of 10. Dark Knight deserves a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. So there you go. The Dark Knight Rises. I actually watched this in the movie theaters with my cousin. I really enjoyed this movie. Now, are there flaws? Yes, there are flaws. But at the same time, it's a comic book movie. I like to have fun with it. I like to have fun with a lot of movies. Again, with The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book wasn't all that great. I had fun with it, but overall, after I reviewed it, I thought about it more and more. I was just like, it's not a good movie, but it's not a terrible movie. So, that's how The Dark Knight Rises is. It's not a good movie, but it's not terrible, you know? So, that's me. That's just me. I do like it. I like the whole movie, and I do like the part when Batman and Selena Kyle are like together, and it's like, Miss Kyle, she's gone. So he's like, so that's what that feels like. Hilarious, just hilarious. I love that part. One of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. The other part is like, Batman dies. Obviously not. And it's funny because Catwoman is like, just leave everyone and come with me. I love that. If a woman ever told me, fuck these people, run away with me, I would love her to death, to be honest. And the thing is, I love Batman even more for this, because he's like, no, I still have to do this, I have to help these people. It's like, if I had I wish, but if I had a girlfriend and she told me, just run away with me, and fuck my subscribers and everything like that, basically, fuck my channel, forget it, just leave together. I would have said, I would love to leave with you, but I can't leave this. I can't leave this channel, I can't leave my fans, I can't leave my subscribers. You know? If I was going to leave my subscribers, if I was going to leave YouTube, I would have announced it and left, instead of just leaving. You know? So, that's kind of what Batman did. He didn't left. He basically announced it and left. You know? It's like, oh, Bruce Wayne was actually the Batman. And then at the end, you see Bruce and Selina Kyle together at the end of the movie. And Alfred is just like, he's happy, you know? Because he wanted that for Bruce Wayne so badly. Even in the comic books, even in the animated series, he wanted that for Bruce Wayne. And it's great. It's great that he got that. In some comic books and some other movies, he never got that. Like the Tim Burton version, he never got that. Never did. In the Christopher Nolan version, he got it. But in the Tim Burton version, he never got it. Never did. But I do like Bane. I love Bane. I love the mask. The way he talked, though, it was like, what? So you had someone going like, and one going like, what? What? Can we have the Joker come back and go like, you know? He's literally like, you have one joke, you have one character, the other one, and the other one, what the fuck is going on with these actors? What are you doing? The only one that sounds normal was also Gore and Scarecrow. I do like how Joker sounded alike, but he didn't sound like a traditional Joker. But he sounded like a good Joker anyways. I didn't mind it. It was a new voice. Fine, it didn't matter. But still, these strange voices for these characters. You have our permission to die. Where is he? Oh my god. It's hilarious. I love it. I enjoy this movie for what it is. So that's really it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. For this movie, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how I enjoyed it, to be honest, because most people that told me that the flaws, yeah, I looked at it and I thought of it. I was like, yeah, that sucks. I remember that, yeah. But overall, I still enjoyed it. I had fun, and that's the point of these movies. They were fun. These movies, these awesome movies. By the way, awesome cover. I actually like this. Love this book. I mean, again, that's why you have to have this collection, because it has this book, and it's an awesome read to know what happened in the Christopher Nolan trilogy. So I like it. So it also has Christopher Nolan in the back with the Batman symbol. That's cool. I actually like that. Nice touch. And I wish there was more. I wish there was one more Christopher Nolan movie of Batman, but I'm not gonna lose over sleep. We have 3 movies. I'm fine. I'm fine. I can't wait for Suicide Squad. I can't wait for the new generation of new Batmans, new Jokers, everything. I can't wait for all of that. And Harley Quinn. We're going to get Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. We haven't had a Harley Quinn in the big screen. You know? And now we're going to get one. Perfect. I love it. We might not get the traditional Harley Quinn, but maybe one day we will. Just like one day we got the traditional Joker. Not the Heath Ledger one. I'm talking about Jack Nicholson's one. Jack Nicholson's one was the traditional Joker, in my opinion. So, I don't know. That's just me. I like this movie. I love these trilogies. It's alright. It's not terrible. I give the first one a B. The second one an A. The third one a C-. I just give them that. I give it a C-. Flaws, yes, but overall, pretty good. You know, flaws, but still entertaining. So, that's just me. That's my review to the Dark Knight trilogy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And tell me what you guys think. What is your favorite trilogy of the Dark Knight trilogy? Obviously, you might say the Dark Knight instead of Dark Knight Rises and Batman Begins, which is fine. Fine, you can say that. But tell me why you like it. And tell me why you like the other ones. If you do like the other ones and you hate the other ones, tell me why you like it and hate it. You know? So that's really it. So this is the TheSkullKlown signing off. This is the final episode of the final season. So thank you guys, and see you September. Jesus, imagine waiting for that long. But See you in June 17th, 2016 at INDY Popcon. See you guys later.
This is the Skull Clown signing off. Have a nice day.